to set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Good morning, my AKAPAD. Isn't there no better way to start a day than talking about movies? I love these morning drops. Today, we're talking Mark Wahlberg, Paul Walter Hauser. Peter Farrelly is our director. We even have Benjamin Bratt as a MVP. He's becoming quite the character actor. It's from Amazon, dropped last week. I had no idea. I just got to say this before we go any further. Peter Farrelly, I had no idea Peter Farrelly directed The Green Book, Oscar-winning movie. I looked up his filmography because in his Wikipedia he has solo work. The Green Book. It was almost like a double take. I got whiplash looking at this. For some reason, one of today's major film facts I did not know until now or recently, and I'm passing it on to you guys. Welcome back to the show of shows. You know it. I am Peter A. DeLuca, the film buff, coming to you from bright and sunny 70 degrees yesterday. Philadelphia, PA. I live a mile from City Hall, one of the greatest structures this country's ever built, one of the greatest structures worldwide. I love living near City Hall, love walking by it. Even yesterday, I got hit with some wicked virus. I slept about 15 hours when I got back from the office yesterday. Just came home, went almost like right to sleep. Even on my way back, in somewhat of a haze, spent time, did a little bit of reading. I've been reading Farewell to Arms, Ernest Hemingway, which is stemming from this Ernest Hemingway deep dive. I'm just enraptured in. I never realized he was that much of a absolute weapon, creativity and just a monumental man. But anyway, yeah, came home, crashed out for 15 hours. And somewhat rushing, struggling to even bring you guys this episode. Now, a lot of it, too, is, we didn't do a 8 p.m. drop last night. We didn't do a 10 p.m. video. We didn't live stream last night. That's how out of it I was. So, guys, we slept it off, and now we're here. And we're talking about a movie that I cannot recommend. I didn't know what I was getting into with this movie. I liked the title, Balls Up. It looked like it was a little bit of a comedy, right? With Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, in my eyes, I mean, he's one that Mark Wahlberg might be the greatest action comedic actor we've ever seen. I think Mark Wahlberg is one of the best actors, period. He's in high and low movies. High and low, I mean big budget, small budget, medium budget. But his co-star, Paul Walter Hauser, this guy I was excited for because he's someone that no matter what he is, like what character he is, what he says, I laugh. I just think this guy is comedy. He just, we every once in a while we get an overweight comedic actor that just fits all the roles that they're cast in perfectly. Some might say that they have roles and stories and projects catered around just their appearance. I think some of that is true. But yeah, I was pumped. I'm thinking like, oh, like these two in an action comedy is going to go. Like here we go. Eagerly put it on. I was happy to have time to just know I was going to be able to sit down and watch the full movie. And the whole premise is that these two guys, they're salesmen. They're trying to get a condom product that covers the scrotum. That's why it's called Balls Up. Trying to get sponsored by Brazil for the World Cup. They don't get it. They end up at the game. International incident. They prevent Argentina or Brazil from beating Argentina. Argentina wins. and then they're stuck in Brazil, and they're actually let go, and the entire country, because they somewhat oddly stereotypical, right? Like that the country only cares about soccer, so the people that mess up the soccer match can't escape. But this is essentially a quest movie. This is a quest slash chase movie. I will say, the action parts of this movie, like this is barely an action comedy. Now, when it comes to Farley and the premise of this whole thing structured around a condom that covers the scrotum, here we go, right? We got the raunchiness. We got some of that Farley brother. I don't know what happened with the Coen brothers. I don't know what happened with the Farley brothers. I guess I'm just waiting for the Russo brothers to divide and conquer. Yeah, like if two brothers making directing movies, right? It's a division of labor. It makes complete sense. But a lot of times when these guys, I mean, we saw it with the Coen brothers. It's like one brother like pretty much retires, the other one continues to make movies, and the movies are like so and so. And maybe in all of these examples, the one true exception we have is Green Book, and now I have to watch Green Book because this guy directs like like seriously taken drama, and it takes over Hollywood. So we got to know what that movie's all about. Regardless, we're getting some of this, something about Mary, Dumb and Dumber, like give us this level of humor. And what happens from that point on, when we get the pitch, when we're stuck or lost in Brazil, trying to find our way out, it's just mid-level stuff. The moments, the instances, these other, they run into environmentalists, they're floating on the river, they run into Sacha Baron Cohen, who is somewhat, MVP of this movie, along with the MVPs of this movie is Benjamin Bratt, Molly Shannon, and Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen is somewhat of a, like, I guess a crime lord, drug dealer, but he wins a lot of money betting on Argentina. So he takes in these two guys to, like, to celebrate, like, it's like a P. Diddy party. There's hookers, prostitutes, drugs all over the place. But these guys eventually, too, they end up pissing off those guys and they have to run away. This is a little bit of what we mean by, like, chase and quest movie. Where we put these two guys, Mark Wahlberg, Mr. Hauser, character names, Brad and Elijah. What Brad and Elijah encounter on this journey, on their way back, or to escape, we'll call it, it's not quite there. The concepts, the moments, what these two characters are going to get themselves into. I even want to say Wahlberg and Paul Walker Hauser, Paul Walter Hauser. I'm sorry, Paul Walter, not Paul Walker Hauser. The chemistry and the collisions and the opposite nature of the two doesn't even come across. When we speak of movies as being mid, this is exactly what we mean. I wish I could recommend this movie. I wish I could tell you guys you're in for something, or if there was a little bit of a relationship within some of the characters to look forward to. I cannot, AKAPAD. So Balls Up, 2026 action comedy, not recommended. I'm sorry, guys. I love you. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.